back to Red Studio Talks. We're going to be taking a deep dive today into something pretty fascinating.
Yeah, definitely a hot topic right now.
We've got this excerpt here, and it's asking a pretty big question.
Mm-hmm.
Is a master's or a PhD even worth it these days with like all this AI stuff happening?
It's definitely something a lot of people are thinking about. Right?
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the excerpt really digs into how AI could, maybe change how valuable higher education is. Like, is that graduate degree still the golden ticket, or is AI kind of rewriting the rules of the game? What do you think?
Yeah, well, the source makes this really interesting point about AI doing things that we used to think like only people with advanced degrees could do,
Totally.
like instantly pulling up tons of research,
Yeah.
analyzing data, even writing stuff. I mean, it makes you wonder, like, if AI can handle all that, where does that leave us?
Right. So it's like I could ask an AI to pull up every single study ever published on, let's say, protein folding patterns.
Right.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
But does that suddenly make me a biochemist? I don't think so.
Exactly. And that's where I think the real heart of this excerpt's question is, it's not just about AI like taking our jobs, right? But it's about AI maybe changing what skills we even need, what's even valuable anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like AI might be able to, analyze a ton of data super fast.
Yeah.
But it still seems to struggle with the kind of critical thinking and putting all those pieces together, that synthesis that we humans are pretty good at.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. So, anyone listening, think about it this way. AI might be able to tell you, okay, these genes are linked to this disease.
Right.
But it takes a human, a researcher, to really understand the context. Like, what does that even mean? How does that connect to what we already know? And then what does it mean for, treatment, prevention, all of that?
Absolutely. It's that, connecting the dots, seeing the forest for the trees, like imagine an AI looking at architectural plans, for example. It can probably tell you where the structure's weak or inefficient or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's a human architect who can take that data and, blend it with artistic vision and cultural considerations and what people actually need in a building.
Yeah.
To actually design something that's both functional and beautiful.
No, yeah, that totally makes sense. And it really kind of pushes back on this idea that AI is going to make higher education obsolete. It almost seems like AI is making those high-level thinking skills that you learn in a master's or PhD program even more important.
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting point. And, the source even mentions this kind of feedback loop, right? Where the people building these powerful AI tools, a lot of times they have those advanced degrees.
Right.
So it's not like they're necessarily at odds, maybe they're pushing each other forward.
Yeah, it's like they're both, evolving and getting better because of the other.
Yeah.
So maybe the value of that master's or PhD, it's not just about, okay, I know this specific fact. It's about, did I learn how to learn?
Mm-hmm.
Can I adapt to this world that's changing so fast, especially with AI being such a big part of it?
I think that's a fantastic point. And, what do you think, listeners? Let us know in the comments, What's your take on this whole thing?
Yeah, definitely let us know. This has really got me thinking, like, what if AI taking over all the boring routine stuff is actually like a good thing? What if it frees us up to do the really creative, innovative breakthrough kind of thinking?
It's fascinating to consider, right?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine AI doing all the number crunching and we can just focus on, okay, what's the story behind those numbers? What are the solutions we've never even thought of before?
That's amazing. AI and higher education, not as like rivals, but like partners working together.
Working together.
That's a really powerful idea. Well, this has been a really thought-provoking dive into something that's, changing all the time. Definitely let us know what you think about all of this down in the comments.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
This has been Red Studio Talks with your hosts, Linus and Genevieve.
Thanks for listening.